someone at the head office is definitely messing with the math again, because the latest mid-range release feels like a calculated test of our collective intelligence. Every tech reviewer out there is currently tripping over themselves to call this the upgrade of the year, but I spent a long time digging through 12 different reviews and 3 separate benchmark databases to see if that claim actually holds water. What I found buried in the data reveals something very different about how this company handles their mid-tier math. It is the kind of discovery that completely changes which device you should actually walk out of the store with today. On the surface, these two phones look like identical twins. They both have that large, crisp, bright display. They both sport the exact same battery capacity on the official spec sheet. They even use the same triple camera system with a high-resolution main sensor. On paper, they look virtually indistinct, yet the company is asking for an extra $50 for the newer version. That brings the price up to a point where it starts competing with much more powerful flagship devices from last year. Meanwhile, the previous generation is selling for significantly less. You really have to ask yourself what that extra cash is actually buying you in your daily life. To be fair, the new model earns some of that premium price tag. It features a new processor that delivers a noticeable 12% bump in speed. The real jump is in how it handles artificial intelligence tasks. That is a massive leap in processing power for those specific modern features that everyone is talking about lately. This SoC is also much thinner and lighter now. It feels much more premium in the hand because they shaved off quite a bit of weight and thickness compared to the older version. They also improved the waterproofing and added much stronger glass on both the front and the back. That is great for peace of mind if you are prone to dropping your gear on the pavement. But then we get to the cameras. This is where the marketing starts to feel a bit thin. The company has been using the same core camera hardware for several years now. It is the same setup we have seen over and over again since several generations ago. When independent reviewers put these two devices side by side, they had to squint to find any real difference in the actual photo quality. It makes you feel like they are just repackaging the same old tech in a slightly shinier box to justify a price hike. There is one genuinely meaningful reason to consider the newer option though. You get 6 years of software updates instead of 4. That changes the long-term value calculation if you plan to keep your phone until it literally falls apart. But here's the truth they tried to bury in the fine print. Even though the battery size is listed as exactly the same, the older model actually lasts longer in the real world. The new, faster chip seems to be much hungrier for power. That is a huge trade-off that the glossy advertisements will never tell you about. If you are buying brand new at full price, the longer support makes the new one a decent bet for the future. But if you can find the previous version for a discount, you are getting the same cameras and better battery life for way less money. It is a tough choice. The marketing team wants you to believe the newest is always the best. My investigation shows that the older sibling is still standing very tall. Do not let the shiny new numbers distract you from what actually happens when the screen is on and you are out in the world. I would rather not fill this space with sponsored content from companies whose products I might need to roast next week. That would be incredibly awkward for everyone involved. If this breakdown helped you save some money or cleared up the confusion, there are ways to support these deep dives without spending extra. I want to keep providing the truth without a corporate script hanging over my head. Keep looking past the flashy commercials and I will see you in the next investigation.